Now, over the past 10 weeks, our celebrities have become pretty used to hearing what the judges think of them, but now we're turning the tables. Here are our couples' verdicts on the judges.
Hello, Bruno. You like Bruno?
I don't see any the banging.
When you get your bum into gear, you're great. You can actually do it. Da-da-da-da-da.
Bruno, he's so funny.
Oh, Natalie, all racy and pacey.
Racy and pacey.
The way he uses language.
You bring to the stage the soft glow of a summer sunset.
You know, I love Bruno's enthusiasm and his passion.
Forget about the music. Forget about the artistry. Forget about it. I just want it and I want it now.
When Alicia looks at you with those lovely big eyes of hers and says,
You're right, Chris.
you're thinking, now don't cry.
You did not disappoint, Mr. Ricky Whittle.
I love Alicia.
Alicia's been through this situation before. She knows what it's like to be out on that dance floor.
I found them so difficult to do. They're really awkward, and you cope with them really well.
So she has a greater understanding of what's going on.
I want to shut your mouth with some tape.
OK, Alicia, this is for you.
Hello, Len. I do have a crush on Len.
That was quality right up my street, honestly.
I can't help that. Just like to kiss Len on this bit.
I love your enthusiasm. You're like a kid in a toy shop.
Len, if he was a little younger, I'd probably marry him.
Len, what are we looking for in an okey cokey? Well, what we're basically looking for is a good right leg in and a good left leg out. And basically that is what it is all about. Craig, in some ways, is the pantomime baddie.
That mouth of yours, you could have net a whale.
You like nasty Craig?
No.
No. No.
It was a very trout mouth all the way through, darling.
Even when Craig said something horrible and nasty, I like it.
The arms were a little bit, how would you say, orangutangish.
It's a little bit orangutangish.
Yes, 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 darling.
I loved it.
Please welcome Craig Revel Horwood. I'll tell you what I love about your judging this year is I don't think you've ever used the word darling quite so much. It's my favourite thing.
Yes, I don't know why that is, actually.
It's come to the fore. I know. Darling.
Bizarre.
Let's, first of all, there are many things to discuss. First up, how sad were you not to see Jade and Ian?
That was really
really,
really difficult because everyone, you know, was speaking about that wonderful tango that they had up their sleeve that none of the judges ever got to see. I saw a little bit of footage on your programme, of course, and it looked really exciting. But I think, you know, Jade has made the right decision. I think, you know, she's got to protect the interest of her future, you know, in her sport, and I understand that completely. But I know how upset you know, she is. We've all had injuries as dancers and unable to go on stage, or you're off for 6 months, you know, so you have to be able to cope with that as a sports person and as a dancer.
Thank you for those words. Let's now talk about the dance-off. It didn't look like you gave it much... I don't mean you didn't give it much thought, like you didn't even look, but the test came to you and you went Layla and Anton.
Yeah.
Was it quite an obvious choice for you?
No, it wasn't actually that obvious because he did so well the second time around. But I was trying to weigh up the odds. You know, sadly, I just thought that Layla and Anton's was a smoother and looked more natural on them. You know, there wasn't any outstanding sort of issues, really.
Yes.
But just my own personal opinion.
OK, let's use the word liftgate, if you don't mind. I mean, you and Len, let's just look back at this lift. What is it called?
Well, I would call it, it's pressage, as in ballet you would call it. That's
OK, so he's done that. You see, I thought...
pressing the whole weight of your partner. Exactly, and I think that's beautiful because it shows off the dress, the flow of the dress there. I think he did it beautifully. It's smooth, there weren't any lumps or bumps in it. There wasn't a huge, big jerk getting her up there. You know, he pressed her beautifully. It's a shoulder press lift, you know. OK, all right, that was your view. The person who had a very differing view. It's not that he didn't like the lift. He just didn't know whether it fitted that well into the dance. Is Len Goodman, who joins me now from America. Hello, Len.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us, by the way.
It's a pleasure.
Can I just tell you something? I know this might sound weird. I know what you mean about the lift. Now you've got more time. Explain exactly. You thought the lift was good, but just not perfect for their slow foxtrot.
I didn't think it suited that quiet, soft, gentle dance. You know, for the freestyle, if Ricky gets through to the final and there's an opportunity to dance the freestyle, that's the perfect lift. And I think, in a way, he gave the game away a little bit in doing it so early. What a wow that would have been if he's in the final or doing the freestyle and that great big lift goes up. You know, and I think it just didn't suit the American Smooth and that beautiful, quiet Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
But you can see how tempting it is. If you were Natalie, it's like saving shoes for best. I don't believe in that.
Exactly.
I think you should wear them all the time. I mean, do you see what I mean, Craig?
Yeah, I
go,
do.
Look
but
what he can do.
It's an artistic decision. I don't think it was all about, look what I can do, and I'm Mr. He-Man, and I'm strong, and I'm so wonderful. I don't think it was about that. I thought it went with the music, but that's where Len and I are going to differ.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a director-choreographer. I love those sort of things. And why not? He might not get to the final.
Yeah.
So show a bit of stuff off now, I'd say, and get votes.
Yeah, OK.
I just asked Craig a question. I hope he's truthful. How difficult is that lift, Craig?
It's actually rather easy.
It's a simple lift.
Yeah, it's a simple lift.
It looks effective, but
Yeah.
it is very, very simple.
It is, it's simple.
What do you mean it's
Well, once
simple?
she's-
He was holding... Natalie is
No,
7
it just
foot
looks,
tall.
It looks more dramatic than it
Okay.
actually is. It really is rather simple. I mean, if you can press a barbell, you'd be able to press one of the ladies on this programme.
OK. I did not know
We
that.
could try it now if you like.
OK,
John.
no.
But I have
not.
seen you dance with Len, and I'd be slightly concerned.
Let's talk about Natalie and Vincent, because they were doing so well. Their scores were going up and up and up, and then they had what I now call the samba, the dreaded samba. Len, what was wrong with it? You gave them a 7, which is a low score for you.
Yeah, well, you know, it was... A, it was too simple, and B, I had a feeling that Natalie didn't enjoy doing that dance, and I think it's a bit like if you go to a party and you're in a dress that you don't really feel good in, then you don't sort of bubble and you don't feel great, and I think that's what happened. She didn't enjoy doing the dance, and it came out in the performance.
OK, would you agree with that, Craig? I love that analogy, that
Well-
Len's gone to a party in a dress he didn't feel comfortable in. But
Yeah, well, I've done that before. Many
yes,
a
we've
time.
all,
But,
we've all done it. Yeah.
And she wasn't wearing the tail feather I thought she was going to be wearing as well.
Yes, no, I know.
I was very disappointed about that. But no, I thought she did a really nice job with it. But Len's right, it was a little bit too simple, and they were in hold way too much. You know, in this dance, you want to see the celebrity go out on their own a little bit more, you know, and really, you know, shake it about.
Okay.
And she never really got the opportunity to do that.
OK, very briefly, I just want to talk about Chris and Ola. And there were so many comments about his face. I don't know how to say this. What can he do about his face? It's his face.
Botox, darling.
No, you...
Just to relax it.
You don't
No,
mean
he
it.
just needs to smile and look occasionally. It just looks like he's really concentrating, and he is holding all of that tension in his jawline, as you can see.
OK,
It's
Len,
obvious.
did you agree with that?
Well, I don't... To be honest, I don't have a big deal about faces. I don't look at them much. I'm so busy looking at the feet and the hips and the arms and stuff that I don't get over-concerned about their faces.
OK.
I understand they're concentrating, and sometimes your face does make peculiar shapes. I've seen my own face on occasion.
We love your face. Len, thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you, bye-bye. And thank you very much, Craig Rebel Horwood. Now...